Hi, today we're out here looking at new construction, and that's because today's topic is about the 5 lies about new construction that you as a buyer should know about. So stay tuned. Thank you for joining me today. Today we're going to be talking about the top 5 lies about new construction that a lot of buyers believe, and I'm here to help you to actually know what those are and to know the truth about them. So let's talk about lie number 1. The list price online is what you get. That is not true, unfortunately. You see, the list price online also has terms in it like starting at, or starting as low as, or in the mid, and then it'll say mid 500s, mid 600s. And all of those are meant to actually get you to come out to that model home. And what happens when we come out to the model home? We drool over everything in that decked out model home. So the starting price that you may see online is not always the actual price that it ends up at, unless it is advertised as move-in ready, which means it's completely done. But if it's not constructed yet, it's subject to change. And actually, as of lately, we've been having new construction developments change every month for the exact same model or exact same floor plan. And so you just need to be aware that what you see online, just a starting, it's not the end price. It's not a guarantee of the end price. It can also include the fluctuations of lot costs, because some lots will have what they call a premium cost that's associated with it. That, of course, gets tacked on to that little base price that you may be seeing in that builder's website. So be watching, be listening, and have a realtor, right? Let's talk about lie number 2. You walk into the model home and everything's included. That's a big fat no. I'm sorry. It's no. They have what's called interior designers that come in and they will put things like wainscoting up and shiplap on the walls and special lighting fixtures and designer paint colors that are often not offered at that base price. Now the cabinets, even that you see in the kitchen, surely those are at base price. Well, maybe the style, but maybe not the height. And let's not forget some of those simple things like the number of can lights up in your ceiling. All of those may not be considered at base price. They're considered more of a upgrade, which is a hashtag moneymaker for them. So what you see in the model is not always what you get. Now you may be saying, that is so not fair. I know. But their objective is to get you to see what you can make the home look like. Yeah, let's go into lie number 3. Let's talk about those appliances, okay? So say you don't want the base appliances in the home. Maybe it's an electric range and you want a gas range. You would think that if you wanted to upgrade those appliances, you would get it at suggested retail. No. You see, most builders will mark up the appliances some, and that's usually tract builders and production builders because that makes them money. Even if it's about $200, still, when they're building 1,000 homes, that becomes a profit center for them. And there are some appliances you may have to actually take in order to be able to purchase that home, depending on your lender requirements. So, sorry. Lie number 4. That is, if you use the preferred lender, they're going to offer you the same rate as everybody else. That's not always true. No. Now, there are some advantages. There are some disadvantages as well. The advantage? It's seamless. Usually there's a cash incentive, but nothing is free. And typically the rate will be higher. However, they may have it in that HUD statement, kind of slimed in there. And so you may be getting a cash incentive through closing costs, but you will have to watch the rates that they're going to charge you. Some require you to get pre-approved with the lender, but it does not mean that you have to use that lender. So I always suggest to my clients, at least talk to a couple lenders. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't commit you to either one of them, but it will educate you on what type of rate that you can get and the incentives that are involved for using that lender. So have a couple conversations. You're going to give the same information to any lender, so it's worth the 15-minute call. Lie number 5, and that is the builders will use the standard contracts for the state of Washington. Wrong. They have their own builder contracts, and they're made to protect them. So be sure to ask for a copy of their contract prior to writing an offer. So then that way you can have the opportunity to look at their escalation clauses, have the right to change the price that they sometimes put in there. And if you choose to accept, look at the cap at what they can charge you so that you can avoid, if the price isn't locked in, having some heartache. Okay, so let's end with this. And here are some things to consider. Find a realtor. You don't have to have one in order to buy new construction. However, the builder has their own agent at that model home representing that builder's best interest to sell you their product and their upgrades. And that builder is paying them a salary and or a commission to do so. Shouldn't you also have somebody that's actually in your court that represents you? And actually 99% of the time, you're not paying to have your own representation. So it's in your best interest to do so because you really need somebody on your side that represents you. And especially if you've never bought a new construction home, or it's been several years or decades since you bought a new construction home, you will want to have someone to walk you through the process from start to finish. And there's lots to understand from that foundation all the way to the hard surfaces of that home. Plus, here's a little tip. Even though it's new construction, you should have an inspection. You would be surprised of the things that I've had my clients find by representing them and doing that actual inspection on the home. We have found things as far as sewer lines that were cracked underneath the driveway to water in the crawl space because grading wasn't done correctly. And so you really need somebody in your court that's going to advise you, walk you through every step, take you to multiple communities, show you what different floor plans are available, let you know what's going to be important to consider and to know along the way. There are so many great builders that are out there, and there are so many additional options to you that I did not cover in this video. But as a buyer specialist for new construction, I can certainly share with you some additional things that will help you along the way, even if you're not seeing the right home in the right community, or you found the right builder, but the wrong community. That's what I'm here for. So thank you for staying tuned. Certainly reach out by text, calling, or email me. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you may have. And until next time, have a great home buying and selling day.